Get ready for a knockout week in sports. Movsar Evloev just snagged a massive UFC London win, but was it the right call? Then, Nate Diaz is back in the cage for Jake Paul's new MMA promotion, and the UFC commentators are weighing in. Plus, Alexander Volkanovski is calling out his next challenger, and Jon Jones is stirring the pot with Dana White. You won't want to miss this breakdown. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell.
Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLune 3-pack screen protector plus 3-pack camera lens protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
UFC London delivered a main event thriller, but the judges' scorecards are sparking controversy. Movsar Evloev secured a career-defining victory over Lerone Murphy, handing the undefeated fighter his first professional loss. However, the fight was a nail-biter, even seeing a rare point deduction for Evloev, leading many to question if the decision should have been a draw or even a win for Murphy. Our experts dive deep into the post-fight fallout, dissecting Evloev's performance, the controversial scorecards, and what this means for his potential title shot against Alexander Volkanovski. We're also breaking down Luke Riley's impressive co-main event win and the much-discussed, lackluster bout between Michael Page and Sam Patterson. Plus, get ready for a potential fight of the year contender with Mason Jones versus Axel Sola. Don't go anywhere, we've got more explosive fight news coming your way. Get ready for the return of a legend, as Nate Diaz steps back into the MMA octagon. Nate Diaz is making waves outside the UFC, returning to the MMA cage under Jake Paul's most valuable promotions. The Stockton Slugger is set to face Mike Perry in a welterweight bout on May 16th, adding massive star power to MVP's inaugural MMA event. This fight is just one piece of a stacked card, which also features the highly anticipated return of Ronda Rousey against Gina Carano and Francis Ngannou's MMA debut for the promotion. Diaz, coming off a boxing stint against Jake Paul and a win over Jorge Masvidal, is eager to prove himself again in mixed martial arts. Mike Perry, the BKFC king of violence, sees this as the biggest financial opportunity of his career and is already trash-talking, urging Diaz to train hard. Even UFC Hall of Famer Daniel Cormier admits the allure of a Diaz or Perry fight, recognizing their unique ability to captivate audiences despite the technical prowess found elsewhere. But the fight world isn't just about returns, it's also about who's next in line for a title. Alexander Volkanovski is already eyeing his next challenger, and it's someone undefeated. Alexander Volkanovski has officially called his shot. The UFC featherweight champion has his sights set on the undefeated Movsar Evloev, declaring him next for a title bout. This call-out comes after Evloev's hard-fought victory over Lerone Murphy at UFC London, a fight where Evloev showed his versatility by largely standing and striking, despite his renowned wrestling background. Volkanovski expressed his excitement about facing a dominant wrestler like Evloev, eager to prove his championship mettle and demonstrate that he can neutralize even the most potent grappling styles, much like he did against Islam Makhachev. Meanwhile, Aussie heavyweight Brandon Perisic continued his meteoric rise with another first-round knockout, even offering to donate his fight bonus to a fan. Adding to the drama, Jon Jones has reignited his feud with Dana White, revealing he turned down a $15 million offer for the proposed White House card. And speaking of big names returning to the cage, get ready for another legend to make his MMA comeback. Nate Diaz is stepping back into the octagon for Jake Paul's new promotion. Movsar Evloev remains undefeated, improving his professional record to a stellar 20-0 after defeating Lerone Murphy in the UFC London main event. Despite a point deduction for illegal blows, Evloev's performance was enough to secure a majority decision, keeping his path to a featherweight title shot clear. He has now officially called out champion Alexander Volkanovski, stating there are no excuses for the UFC not to grant him the opportunity. Evloev's win was crucial, especially after a period of inactivity due to injuries. While the victory wasn't a highlight reel knockout, his control and ability to adapt, even standing with Murphy, impressed many. Lerone Murphy, who entered the fight undefeated, suffered his first loss and may need to regroup. The card also featured other notable moments, including Luke Riley's continued undefeated streak and a less-than-thrilling bout between Michael Page and Sam Patterson. That's all the fight news for now, but don't go anywhere. We've got a lightning round recap of all the biggest stories and a full call to action to keep you connected. What a week of fight news. Movsar Evloev got the controversial win at UFC London. Nate Diaz is heading back to MMA for Jake Paul's promotion. Alexander Volkanovski is calling out his next challenger, and John Jones is feuding with Dana White again. Don't miss a single moment of the action, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you're always in the know. Follow us on all social media platforms for more exclusive content, and join the conversation in the comments below.